Key to healing. Are you doing it? Are you staying consistent at every turn? Are you making sure to get your protocol in every day, every dose? Are you doing it month in, month out, year in and year out? The key to healing, the one thing I see that the truly successful people have, the people that overcome chronic illness, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, IBS, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, Lyme, Bartonella, Babesia, mold, is consistency. And not consistency of chasing the symptoms, consistency of getting on successful protocols and taking one step after another, moving forward with a game plan at each turn. So what does this mean? That means basically this, that you do all the steps that it takes. So you start first by identifying your weaknesses, whether that weakness is timing or taking your pills or support around you or stressors in your life. And you set up strategies so that those things can be overcome. Next, you move on to testing and assessments. You get the proper testing. So if you've been in mold, you get mold testing. If you've been around Lyme or bit by ticks, or just think you might have Lyme, you do the testing. You get your blood drawn and read. You get your HTMA looked at so that you know the mineral contents that are in your body so that you can support them. And then you move on to the assessments. You take every assessment known to man so that if there's something missing, that assessment's going to tell you about it. We're developing assessments every single day, whether it be for PANS, mold, heavy metal. We're going to have them all on our website so that every person can go out there and do assessments all day if they want, so they can get an idea of what to deal with. And then here we go, detox and drainage, which has to be the cornerstone of your protocol. If you don't have this as the cornerstone, you will not be successful. I talk to the people on the phone every single day that have gone through doctor after doctor after doctor, whether it's gone through the Shoemaker protocol, Cowden, Nemechek, every different doctor's protocol out there, that they've tried them all and they get stuck, they can't move through them, their body herxes, they get in pain, and the reason is they do not do detox and drainage properly. This means that you have to go to the bathroom every day. You have to address liver, you have to address lymph, you have to make sure that your colon isn't too inflamed for things to get out of you, and that you're binding biological toxicities, heavy metal toxicities, and radiations as those things come out. And that is your focus. It's easy to drop bombs on bugs. You can do antibiotics, you can do antifungals, you can do antiparasitics, all prescription based. You can do herbals, and they all work. My preference is herbals. You can do homeopathics, but you have to have the cornerstone of detox so that your body can get through the trouble of actually getting those things out once you start. And you have to keep paying attention to each step as you go, making sure that as one part of your drainage starts to back up, whether that be lymph or whether that be liver, or if your colon starts to change, is that you address those things as they go, because without addressing your drainage pathways, you will not make it through these protocols, because you will herx, you will have to stop, it will hurt, and many people break down with just their mental fortitude as they go through these protocols if they are not addressing all the drainage and keeping on top of it. So once you've addressed drainage and you're moving and you're going after each individual organism, you have to address those organisms long enough that they are weak enough that when you move to the next, they don't regrow. So for me, I have a specific set of time that I work on each one of these things so that we lower its threshold, so that every time I move forward, we're actually taking a step forward. I was just talking to someone today who said, well, I stopped feeling bad when I was on the protocol, so I just stopped doing it and I moved on. And I said, so how long did I tell you to stay on that? And she said, about a month. How long did you stay on it? 2 weeks. I said, so in 2 weeks, you finally got over that hump, right? Over that diet hump where you weren't feeling awful anymore. You were actually starting to take steps forward. So you quit it and then moved on. That's not consistency. That's jumping. And I know that's very intriguing to do. I mean, it's enticing because why? Well, it's enticing to take that step forward and jump and jump and jump because you want to be well yesterday. But unfortunately, this is a journey that takes a long time. This is like a marathon. If you shoot out of the gate, you will not finish. So you've got to stay on the strategy with the game plan so that you have a chance to succeed. So the key to healing is consistency. And by the way, that never ever ends. That means you might get all the way to well. You feel great. You're back to the life you want to live, hanging out with your family, working out, enjoying life. But that doesn't mean that we put our guard down. That means that we continue to eat cleanly, not perfectly, but cleanly most of the time. We make sure to get sleep as much as we can within reason. We avoid EMFs at night. We avoid EMFs as much as we can because they can bring you down. We absolutely pay attention to mold and plastics and glyphosates. And if we avoid these things, keeping our body at the forefront so that we stay healthy, then we're going to stay strong, live long, happy lives, and most of all, be able to take care of those that we love and spend time with those that we love, to have the relationships that we want. Because what is life worth? It's worth living when you have the relationships and health and wellness. Because one of the quotes that I've heard so many times is, I want to live as long as I can live well. And that's my plan. So I'm going to do all of these things every day, even past healing, so that I can continue to enjoy my life. So the key to success, the key to healing is to make a strategy, stick to the strategy, and push forward along the strategy until you can say, I feel amazing. And then just to keep on going with it for the rest of your life, not where every day is taking 50 pills or every day is thinking of, do I get my coffee enema? Do I get my sauna? But once you move forward and your body's strong again, to continue to remember that we still have to care for ourselves. We still have to take care of ourselves so that we can stay well once we are well. All right. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. If you know somebody that needs to hear this because they keep jumping from doctor to doctor, protocol to protocol, please tag them to this video, invite them to True Healing Strategies, because this is the one thing that I have to say to people all the time. When new clients call in and say, look, I don't want to be your next doctor. I want to be your last doctor because I want to make sure that you get well and that you get back to the life you want to live. So thanks everybody for watching. Have an amazing night.